Well, I knew I'd end up doing this video soon enough, so let me just get straight into it. Highlander was essentially a B-movie that came out in 1986. Despite practically bombing at the box office over in America, over here, in Europe, the film found a more solid audience and also gained a cult following. Now I want to get this straight out of the way and say straight up that Highlander is my favourite film of all time. And despite what I'm going to say about it, even if I criticise it even a tiny bit, the film still gets 10 out of 10. So moving on straight away, the film starts out with our main guy Connor MacLeod sitting in an audience at the wrestling having weird flashbacks. And as he leaves through the car park, a Polish businessman in a suit randomly attacks him with a sword. So MacLeod pulls out his own sword and they fight. Now it transpires that Connor MacLeod is what's called an immortal, a group of powerful people born throughout the history of mankind with the inability to die. Now the only way they can be killed is by decapitation, facing another immortal in combat. Hence why they've taken to fighting with swords throughout the many millennia they've existed. Which is a bit random to me when modern people use guns, but whatever. Now as we progress through the film, we find out about Connor's past, having been born in the Highlands of Scotland in the 1500s.
Nobody will fight me! The owls are away.
Green lady, stay by me!
Mother of God. Fight me.
Connor died for the first time on the battlefield while attempting to fight the film's main bad guy known as the Kurgan. Having mysteriously revived from death, he's banished from his village and then he met some nice young lady and settled down in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's easy for some people, isn't it? Then Sean Connery just appears from nowhere. Now Sean's character is also an immortal, but he's a good guy, and he becomes Connor's mentor, teaching him about his immortality and how to fight properly with a sword. And he and MacLeod become friends. But Sean also tells MacLeod to leave his wife, as she will grow old and die, but he won't. Anyway, Kurgan reappears and fights with Sean. Sean is the better swordsman, but the Kurgan is stronger, and Sean ultimately ends up dying. Now when an immortal dies, their opponent gains all their knowledge and power through being struck by lightning called the Quickening. And when the last few immortals remain in pursuit of the ultimate prize, the Quickenings will become more powerful. Now throughout the film it randomly jumps back and forth from the past, showing us how MacLeod has survived over all these years to modern day. It tells the story well, but it's so fragmented, but yet it somehow works.
Whatever you say, Jack. You're the master race.
Now MacLeod didn't heed Sean's warning and stays with his first wife until her deathbed. Plus I have to point out that the film's awesome soundtrack is by Queen. And for the scene where we watch his wife slowly age and die, they play Who Wants to Live Forever, which fits perfectly. And so we come to the modern day, and only 3 immortals are left. MacLeod, the Kurgan, and a guy called Castigear. Hang on, isn't he the guy from Casualty? Anyway, Castigear loses out to Kurgan. Kurgan kidnaps MacLeod's modern-day love interest, and it's on to the final battle, where it's no surprise that Connor MacLeod wins. And that's the film. I mean, I've said this before. The original Highlander is by far the best. I mean, come on, it's got Sean Connery in it. Death, explosions, decapitations. What more could you want from a film? Anyway, like I said earlier, no question it's my favourite film, 10 out of 10.